Guru Nation, I'm back again with Chris Sauber. Chris is right here, but I want to show you Chris. Chris, how are you doing today? Hey, Chris is here. Okay, we've got a question. The subject, this person sent me a text, and anybody can do this, by the way, okay? Do you know the number?
949 something.
949, Chris is right. 949-415-6256. Yes, even you can be featured on one of these vlogs.
So send your question, so long as it's somewhat unique to, well, the typical question.
This one's unique. They wrote me a book, but I read like a little bit of it so far. So let's see. You guys are going to read it live with us.
You're going to read the whole thing now?
The title is CRA Blues. The blues are as American as apple pie, as American as the blues. Okay, my name is and I have been a CRA on and off for many years. My last contract was salaried for a year. My plan was to take this month off. Then next month, hit the ground running in search of monitoring contracts with medical device sponsor companies. I'm still feeling drained from my last contract. Because I was salary, I became the dumping ground for many other projects. I did not perform as well as I had planned. I am also disappointed in myself for not setting boundaries and pushing back against the amount of work being handed to me and over-promising. Any suggestions on what CRAs should look for or ask before accepting a monitoring contract, in my case medical devices? Any suggestions on how to get back my enthusiasm for monitoring? I want to improve or upgrade my monitoring skills. Do you offer any refresher courses for experienced monitors? Do you have something to say here?
So, I've never been a contract CRA. Well, it's not entirely true.
Dang it. Yeah, you have.
Not entirely true, but I don't have extensive background in this. But
Yes.
we do know one that has a lot. Well, even you have a fair amount
I got
of
some contracts under my belt now.
Yeah. So, I would say from your experience and the other one we know, you want to be paid per work, right? Per
That's
fee,
right.
essentially.
That's right.
Or not fee, per, I don't know how it's termed, but...
To this person, I want to say, okay, your first biggest mistake and everything went downhill from there was you just did a salaried. Like, you pay me per month and I'm a contract CRA.
Right.
To me, that's nonsense. Like, of course, any employer would want that. Technically, that's even illegal in a state like California.
It's an employer's benefit, yep.
Right? And in most other progressive states, that would be illegal.
And we actually know another CRA that was in this exact same situation. We kind of partnered with her for a while in Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep.
And she had the same complaint.
Horrible contract. And look, Dr. Z is here. Dr. Z recommends the book. Come on in, Dr. Z. We got our PI in here. We're just answering
I just
fan
asked
mail.
to come for 5 minutes. Now, is this why?
This has nothing to do with it.
This on YouTube.
This.
Yeah. So our PI, Dr. Z, walked in. He's gonna come back. We'll pause it again. Chris. So my opinion is you never start as a contract CRA with salary. You always do either hourly so that they don't dump everything on you, or per visit and hourly.
Yeah,
Like I have it set up right now.
Per whatever you're doing, right? So you're going to get paid for on-site visits. You're going to get paid for working at home. You're going to get paid per report, whatever.
And you were saying, we had a call earlier today with someone, and I had never thought of it this way, but I agree. You said the reason women get paid less, for the most part, we don't want to generalize here, but the reason women get paid less is why?
So politically, it's I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but politically it's been pushed that it's because there's some sort of discrepancy between male and female and the roles and the hierarchy.
Right, but what's your reason?
Has nothing to do with that.
What's
right?
Chris Sauber reason?
The true reason, I think, is because women don't negotiate. So do not fear negotiations.
They don't negotiate.
Yeah, do not fear negotiating for what you want. Right?
Okay.
If the employer is truly interested in you, they're going to hear you out and they're going to counteroffer. They're either going to say, no, we can't do that, or here's what we propose.
And this person's been monitoring for 10 years. So right now, you know how many people would love to hire you as a contract CRA? We talk to people almost every day who come after us for contract CRA experience. We can't even say yes to everybody.
Yep.
Look, you got to put yourself out there. You got to get on LinkedIn. You got to start negotiating, like Chris said. Start negotiating for yourself. No more of this salaried stuff. You're not a W-2. You're not getting benefits. You're not getting all the benefits that go with being a W-2. You're not getting any of that, okay? And you're taking a flat salary every month. So, of course, they're going to start dumping work on you. So that's rule number one. Don't do that. So that's what I would look for or ask before accepting a monitoring contract. Negotiate, especially in something like devices where you have experience and there's an extreme shortage in that space. And then to get your enthusiasm back.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, there's ways to do it. I read this book called Think Like a Monk.
Get a great contract that'll
Spur
out some enthusiasm.
Look, I believe in being a generalist. I believe when you are a freelance CRA, you are self-employed, you are one step closer to, I mean, you're not even one step closer to being a business owner. You are a business owner at that point. You are closer on the spectrum to being a generalist than a traditional CRA that's W-2. So to get your enthusiasm, you've got to find spots in the industry that can benefit from your help beyond monitoring. So try to look for ways, okay, well, how can I get into regulatory affairs? Regulatory affairs people make a lot of money. Or whatever you're passionate about. Maybe it's medical writing. I don't know. You can get involved with some of these really early stage biotechs. I don't know, like the ones I review every day on my blog now. Small market cap, 100 million or less. You can find the founder's email and phone number on clinicaltrials.gov most of the time. I don't know, maybe email them and say, hey, here's my resume. I'm a contract CRA. I'm a generalist. Would love to work with a startup like you. I think that's the way to go about it. Not saying that the startup is going to be not stressful, because that's probably going to be the most stressful. But at least you're going to be getting compensated accordingly. And at least you're going to have some, if you're an entrepreneur or if you have entrepreneurial tendencies, you're going to have a lot of enthusiasm going to work every day. My thoughts.
Tangent thought. With your contract with the company you're currently working with, did they require professional liability or E&O?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
So I would assume that's always required, right?
Yeah.
Also, I don't think
errors and omissions for those that are.
I don't think everybody takes their contracts with a company, but something I think I would advise. I mean, I'm not an attorney, but it's probably best if you take your contracts in a company, an LLC or something.
Yeah.
Opposed to in your actual name. So
I agree. I
don't know if this person's doing that. But.
And I do it in my LLC name. Now, here's what I recommend. Your last question. You want to improve your monitoring skills? Do you offer any refresher courses? I don't. But here's what I would do. Literally every day I'm reviewing, just about every day I'm reviewing a biotech stock. I always pick small market cap stocks. You can look for them on clinicaltrials.gov, these companies I talk about. You can even email the founder or the director and say, hey, I watched this video. I'm intrigued now by your company. Here's my resume. I've been doing this for 12 years. I would love to help you out in any way, any capacity. These companies are dying for talent.
Sure.
They're overpaying right now to CROs. You can be on the inside of one of these startups. Maybe even get some stock options at some point. That's how you get your enthusiasm. So that you don't need my help.
Great contract. That's what I started with.
Yeah. So you don't, and a great contract. Yeah. So you don't need my help. You don't need Chris's help. You need you, and you need to go out there. Start by subscribing to this channel, liking this video, leaving a comment, and then watching my other videos on biotechs and emailing those. You can email the founder. I reviewed a company yesterday. The founder's email is on clinicaltrials.gov.
Yeah,
nice. Founder.
Yeah, pretty nice.
So you had a question. You were raising your hand. This is not Clubhouse. Why are you raising your hand?
But enthusiasm. So going back to that one CRA that we know that does contracts, she would take many months off until she missed working. Mm-hmm. Now, if you can afford to do that, that's another way. But
right.
If you can afford it.
Right.
Right? Until you missed working. Because at some point you miss working.
And it all depends what makes you enthusiastic. Like in the book, Think Like a Monk, written by Jay Shetty, Good book, by the way. He says the way to bring mundane tasks to the way to bring joy to doing mundane tasks is to think about your why. You have to know the big picture. Like, I don't like monitoring. I don't like doing many of the things I do, but the big why makes it easier for me
Doesn't
to do.
everybody already just subconsciously or consciously know this?
Many people don't.
Really, you think people just sit there and slave away and don't
Yes.
think of why am I doing this?
Let me know in the comments if you think that many people do that, or you think, like Chris, that most people have a big
I
why.
just think that's natural. I mean, I'm doing this because of I meet this end.
You'd be amazed.
I don't know. I would be amazed if not most people operated that way.
Anyways, guys, hopefully you like this. Let me know what you think. Good luck. Reach out to me and let me know what you think. Take care.